Marco D'Onofrio, and this is TFC Pitchside on a beautiful Wednesday sunny afternoon at the TFC Kia training ground, where TFC 2 is training because TFC 1, they're already gone. It's one of the benefits of being part of the first team. You get to leave early after lunchtime, and they're going probably to watch the Italian Cup finals today, to be honest with you. Dan Riccio is not with me, as you can see. He's over at BMO Field, where a massive announcement is going to be made today, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. But first, we did have the opportunity to catch up with Nick Hagglund to discuss numerous things, including his preferred position on the pitch, what's in his iPod, and where he likes to hang out here in Toronto. Nick, second season in the MLS, the freshman 15 we always often hear about in the first year. Do you find yourself more prepared this year? Do you find yourself better physically fit?
Absolutely. I mean, you kind of know what you're getting into after the first year. Second year, you kind of you have younger guys below you carrying gear. You have this idea of that you're kind of cooler than those guys, so you have a little bit more knowledge about what's going on.
So does that mean you're no longer responsible for bringing the water cooler and stuff in?
Yeah, absolutely. That means I can tell someone else to go pick up the water cooler.
Early on in the season, we've already seen you in a couple of different positions, in the center of the pitch, out wide. Where do you prefer to play, and where do you find yourself more effective to be on the pitch?
Center back for sure. I feel like that's the position that, at right back I got my first start playing wise in the Canadian Cup, and so that was interesting to just get my feet wet, but I think the center of the park is where I'm best at center back.
You've been getting a lot of playing time early on in the season, especially with Caldwell out. How's your body holding up, and do you find yourself physically able to compete every week?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just making sure you're listening to your body and making sure you know when you need to take a little bit time off and when you need to go hard and make sure the team's ready.
Listening to your body, but what are you listening to in your earphones?
Gosh, I listen to pretty much everything. Before games, it would be probably some Kanye West. But during the week, it's usually chill, indie folk kind of music, to be honest.
You are from Ohio, right? So it does speak volumes. Prince was in town yesterday. Are you down with Prince?
I am down with Prince. Come on, Little Red Corvette. That's what I'm talking about.
We know Chris Konopka's a big reggae fan. Do you have any preferred reggae bands?
I honestly don't know much about reggae at all. I don't touch anything with that. But I don't know. Bob Marley's about as close to reggae. I don't even know if we consider him reggae. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we'll consider that. You get credit for that. 7 games you started off on the road. How was that? How did that impact your season already? I know you've only played a couple seasons now at home, or a couple games back at home, but 7-game road stretch, did it impact you, and did it affect you coming into the home game and the opener?
I think we just knew that we wanted to have momentum coming in. I think we knew that it's going to be tough, but we knew that we had to get some results and make sure that when we were coming home that we could bring something that we're proud of. And so I think we started off rough, and at the end of the 7-game road trip, we did well. And so preparing for that, going away every weekend was difficult, but the homecoming, knowing that we were going to be here for a while, and a lot of the games in the summer were going to be at home, we were excited about that.
Your second year now in Toronto, do you have any favorite hangout spots, any favorite restaurants to go to, any favorite places?
All right, I'm a big fan of Jimmy's Coffee. Yeah, love Jimmy's. What? King in Portland, of course. King in Portland, the original. I love Electric Mud. That's my favorite restaurant in Toronto. Other hangout spots. I like going down the harborfront and just chilling, putting out a blanket, and just hanging out there.
You heard it. Blanket by the harborfront.
That's right.
Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. And as you just discovered, Nick Hagglund likes to chill by the harborfront with the blanket. Kind of cute. But as I mentioned before the interview, Dan Riccio is currently at BMO Field, where a massive announcement is being made about the Toronto Argonauts coming and painting the stadium blue. Fans, I know you're not happy about this, and I don't necessarily blame you, because truth be told, no matter what MLSE says, come October, come November, when the Argos and Toronto FC are playing in probably the wettest months of the year, that pitch will be destroyed. However, it must be noted that in the contract, when the government decided to loan and give $10 million to MLC for the funding of the renovations, it was part of the contract that BMO Field would be a multi-purpose facility, including the use of the field for CFL football games. So let's not kid ourselves. We knew this was coming. Unfortunately, it is sad, and Canada's or North America's largest soccer-specific stadium currently is no longer going to be that, because it's not going to be soccer-specific anymore. And fans, you have a right to be upset. But we want to hear about it. Comment. Get at us on Twitter, hashtag TFC Pitchside. Let us know your thoughts. Dan Richa will have more on the next edition of TFC Pitchside, as we will be covering the BMO Field. We will be at BMO Field, covering the game against the Portland Timbers on Saturday evening, bringing you another exclusive video and some player interviews as well from post-game locker room access. So we'll get to all of that, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more about BMO Field, about Nick Hagglund's hangout spots, and about TFC, and hopefully getting the job done against Portland Timbers on Saturday. We'll see you there. It takes